Welcome to the Boulder County Assessor's Property Search. Today we're going to go over some searching basics. This is the main property search page. And as you can see right here in the middle, highlighted in red, is where you will want to type your search. Now here are a couple things to note. Number one, if you are working off of other information on another screen, it isn't recommended that you copy and paste an account number or an address into this field. Sometimes it carries over information you don't see, and that can cause your search to fail. There are a couple of ways that you can search. One is by address, so we'll go ahead and start by trying that. So I'm going to type in 1325, and as you'll notice, as I start to type, this will auto-fill in additional information for me and give me some options. So we work at the Boulder County Courthouse, and the address is 1325 Pearl Street, and you can see that it appears right here. So I could click on that, and that will load it. You can also type in an account number if you'd like, which those account numbers are found on maybe on your tax bill or on another notice from our office, and it starts with the letter R or the letter P. P would be for business personal property. R is going to be for the real estate. You can also do a search by name. And you can see the autofill still continues. Here I could search by County of Boulder. I did that before I did this recording and it came back with 1,400 results. So we're going to skip that one. But I do recommend that you start with the last name first. If there is a second name, let's say it is Bob Smith and Jane Doe. If you start typing in Jane Doe, it will probably find it as well. But your best success is going to be starting with the last name first. If you were typing in an address, another thing to note is that if there is a direction that goes with it, east, south, west, it may not come up. So if I type in 1755 public and start to type in public, it won't be there. But if I type in S for south, you can actually see it's the first result right here. So the directions do matter. However, you don't need to type in road, avenue, street, any of that information. Let the autocomplete go ahead and help you. So just type slowly, and that's probably the best way to find the result that you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and type in that 1325 Pearl Street again. And I can see it right here, but I need to actually click onto it and enter, and now it's going to go ahead and search. So now it's searching. It also gives me an options over here on the right-hand side of my screen, and that may be different if you're on a mobile device. In this case, there are multiple accounts that are associated with the address 1325 Pearl Street. So while it will load one of them right here, I may need to select a different one in order to get the right result. So just know that if things aren't loading correctly, check over here, and you may need to click on the individual account. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one just to make sure. And then I can close this or I can look at this. It's going to take a second to load. You can also search by going straight to the map, but I'll cover that in the next video. Once you have your account loaded, there's a couple of important things to note. Over here on the left-hand side is where you'll find the information about your property. On the right-hand side is where our map is located. You can make the map larger if you are on a desktop, a laptop, or possibly some tablets. It just depends on your situation. If you come down here, you can actually get a double arrow, which is going to be hard to see on this video, but I'm going to hover over this line right here that separates this gray space from the map, and I can actually drag this down further so that I can see more on the map. On the left-hand side is where all the property information is going to be. You can scroll down and you can see these topics over here on the left, such as assessment, taxes, sales history. And to see more information about any of those categories, click the arrow right here and it will expand that window. If you've taken a look at it and you don't need the information in there, you can either keep scrolling down. There is a scroll bar here in the middle of the window, or you can middle of the screen, or you can go ahead and click this caret, and this is going to make it go small again. And now I can come down, and let's say I want to find out when this last sold. I can come down into the sales section, and that will provide me with more information. Up here at the top is the print property report. Those property reports do get used by many members of the public, and so we've actually put it up towards the top. It used to be in a different location. So I'm going to click on it, and it is going to open in a new window. So you can see that it did right here. I happen to have Adobe PDF on my computer. It is going to open a PDF file. And so how this appears to you is going to be dependent on the type of software that you have on your local computer. If you have problems with this report and you can't get it to generate, you can submit a feedback request to us, or you can also call our office during business hours. For feedback of any kind, if there's something that you're using and you can't get it to work or you can't find what you're looking for, up at the top there is this menu bar, and in the middle of it is feedback. You can click on that, and that is going to take you to a feedback window where you can submit information. That information is then going to be sent to a series of employees that work on our website so that you can get a timely response back. I hope this helps with your search. Best of luck to you.